Beloved one, stop for a moment and listen carefully, because the signs you have been asking for may already be appearing around you, but you have been looking for something so extraordinary that you have overlooked the quiet language through which heaven has been speaking to you. You have asked for confirmation. You have asked for a clear answer. You have asked the divine to show you whether you are truly on the right path, whether the changes taking place in your life have meaning, and whether the feeling within you that something greater is approaching can be trusted. You have looked for signs in numbers, dreams, unexpected encounters, repeated messages, sudden opportunities, and strange coincidences. Yet, beloved one, the greatest sign may not be something appearing outside of you. It may be the person you are becoming within. Something has changed. You are not thinking exactly as you once did. You are no longer satisfied with answers that only make sense on the surface. You are searching for truth. You are beginning to recognize that some things you once called normal were actually patterns of fear, some relationships you called love were actually attachment, and some goals you believed were your destiny were simply expectations you inherited from others. This awakening has not happened overnight. It has been unfolding through every disappointment, every unanswered prayer, every unexpected ending, every moment of solitude, and every quiet realization that told you, there must be more. Beloved one, you have wondered why the path has been so difficult. You have asked why you had to experience certain struggles when your heart was only trying to live, love, create, and find peace. But there are lessons that cannot be understood from a distance. You had to walk through certain experiences so that your discernment could become stronger than your desire. You had to learn that not everything you want is meant for you. You had to learn that some closed doors are acts of protection. You had to learn that some delays are not denials. You had to learn that losing something can sometimes be the beginning of finding yourself. And now, beloved one, you are beginning to understand. The pieces are slowly coming together. What once looked like random pain is beginning to resemble a pattern. What once looked like failure is beginning to resemble redirection. What once looked like abandonment is beginning to reveal itself as an invitation to return to your own center. You were never being asked to walk this path perfectly. You were being asked to walk it consciously. Beloved one, there is a reason you have recently felt more sensitive to your surroundings. You may walk into a room and immediately sense whether something feels peaceful or heavy. You may speak with someone and notice that their words sound beautiful, yet something inside you does not feel aligned. You may suddenly lose interest in situations that once consumed your attention. You may feel an unexpected need for solitude. You may find yourself wanting to simplify your life, protect your energy, and spend less time explaining yourself. Do not immediately interpret these changes as something wrong with you. Sometimes your sensitivity increases because your awareness is increasing. You are noticing what you previously ignored. You are becoming conscious of how certain environments affect your emotional state. You are discovering that your peace has value. And once you recognize the value of peace, you become less willing to exchange it for temporary approval. Beloved one, perhaps you have been afraid that if you change too much, people will leave. This fear has influenced more of your choices than you realize. You have remained quiet because you did not want conflict. You have stayed available because you did not want someone to think you no longer cared. You have accepted less because you feared that asking for more would cause rejection. But listen deeply, anyone who requires you to betray yourself in order to keep their presence is not offering you the kind of connection your soul is seeking. You are allowed to grow beyond relationships that only function when you remain small. You are allowed to become more honest. You are allowed to establish boundaries. You are allowed to say, "This no longer feels right for me." You do not need to make someone a villain in order to choose a different path. Sometimes two people simply grow in different directions. Sometimes love remains, but the relationship changes. Sometimes gratitude remains, but attachment must end. This is part of spiritual maturity. Beloved one, you have also been questioning your purpose. You wonder whether you are doing enough. You wonder whether your life has a greater meaning or whether you are simply moving from one responsibility to another. You may look at people who seem certain about their mission and wonder why your own direction feels unclear. But purpose is not always revealed as a single grand assignment. Often it unfolds through the way you live each day. Purpose can be found in the person you become, the people you help, the beauty you create, the knowledge you share, the kindness you offer, and the courage with which you face your own life. Do not wait for a dramatic revelation before allowing your existence to become meaningful. Meaning can be created now. Your purpose may be developing through things you currently consider ordinary. Beloved one, there is something you have been carrying that no longer belongs to your future, the need to prove yourself. You have spent years trying to demonstrate that you are worthy, intelligent, capable, lovable, successful, or spiritually awakened. You have wanted others to recognize what you carry inside. But the moment you understand that your worth does not require constant demonstration, an enormous weight leaves your shoulders. You stop performing. You stop competing. You stop comparing. You stop trying to convince people who have already decided not to see you. You begin living from inner authority. This does not mean becoming arrogant. It means becoming rooted. You know who you are even when someone else does not understand you. You know what matters to you even when others disagree. You know what you are building even when there is no applause. Beloved one, this inner stability is one of the greatest signs that your awakening is deepening. You are beginning to trust yourself. Not blindly, but consciously. You are learning from your mistakes without allowing your mistakes to define you. You are listening to your intuition while still observing reality. You are becoming less impulsive and more intentional. You are beginning to understand that divine guidance and personal responsibility are not opposites. You can pray for guidance and still do the work. You can trust the universe and still make wise decisions. You can believe in signs and still verify what is real. Faith does not ask you to abandon discernment. It asks you to use it with an open heart. Beloved one, there may be something you have been waiting for that seems to be taking too long. Perhaps it is an opportunity, a relationship, a financial breakthrough, a creative project, a new beginning, or simply a sense of peace. You have wondered whether you should continue believing. But perhaps the question is not whether you should keep waiting. Perhaps the question is whether you are willing to keep preparing. There is a difference. Waiting can feel passive. Preparation is active. While you wait, learn. While you wait, heal. While you wait, organize your life. While you wait, develop your skills. While you wait, strengthen your boundaries. While you wait, become the person who can recognize and hold what you are asking for. The blessing you desire may require a different version of you to receive it. Beloved one, you may have experienced moments when you thought you were going backward, only to discover later that you were being repositioned. This happens more often than you realize. A path can become slower because it is teaching you patience. A relationship can end because it is creating space. A plan can fail because it would have taken you somewhere your soul no longer needs to go. A period of uncertainty can force you to discover abilities you would never have developed in comfort. Do not judge a chapter while you are still inside it. You do not yet know what it is preparing. Sometimes meaning arrives later. Sometimes the answer becomes visible only after enough time has passed. Beloved one, I want you to release the demand that everything must make sense immediately. You are not required to understand the entire design. You are allowed to live inside the mystery. The human mind wants certainty because certainty feels safe. But the soul grows through discovery. If you already knew every turn, every meeting, every ending, and every beginning, there would be no room for wonder. There would be no need to trust. There would be no opportunity to develop courage. Your path is not a test you must pass perfectly. It is an experience through which you become more conscious. Beloved one, perhaps the most important sign appearing in your life is the growing inability to betray yourself. There was a time when you could ignore your own needs for months or years. Now something inside you resists. Your body notices. Your emotions speak. Your intuition becomes louder. Your peace disappears when you live against your own values. This is not weakness. This is awareness. Your soul is telling you that the cost of self-abandonment has become too high. Listen. You do not need to make dramatic changes overnight. Begin with honesty. Admit what you already know. Name what is no longer working. Recognize what you have been pretending not to see. Truth can be uncomfortable, but confusion is often more exhausting than truth. Beloved one, there is a new level of clarity coming to you, but clarity may arrive after you stop forcing it. You cannot think your way out of every uncertainty. Sometimes you need to live, observe, and allow events to reveal themselves. Let people's actions speak. Let time expose consistency. Let opportunities develop. Let your emotions settle before making major decisions. When you stop demanding immediate answers, subtle truth becomes easier to recognize. Beloved one, there may also be a message in the things that repeatedly return to your attention. A dream you keep having. An idea that refuses to disappear. A subject you repeatedly feel drawn toward. A creative desire that keeps resurfacing. A conversation you keep remembering. These may not all be supernatural signs, but they are worth exploring. Your deeper self often communicates through repetition. What consistently awakens curiosity may deserve your attention. Do not dismiss something simply because it began as a small thought. Great transformations often begin as quiet questions. What if? Could I? What would happen if I tried? Allow yourself to explore without demanding certainty. Beloved one, I, Archangel Michael, ask you to remember that your spiritual path is not separate from your ordinary life. It is expressed through the choices you make when no one is watching. It is expressed through how you treat people who cannot give you anything in return. It is expressed through the way you speak to yourself after making a mistake. It is expressed through whether you choose honesty when deception would be easier. It is expressed through whether you protect your peace without becoming cruel. Awakening is not merely seeing signs. It is becoming someone whose actions are aligned with the truth you claim to believe. Beloved one, you may be closer to a breakthrough than you realize, but do not become obsessed with predicting the moment. Stay present. A breakthrough does not always look like sudden success. Sometimes it looks like a decision. Sometimes it looks like emotional freedom. Sometimes it looks like finally accepting what you cannot change. Sometimes it looks like choosing yourself. Sometimes the breakthrough is internal before it becomes external. And when the internal shift happens, the external world eventually has to respond to the new choices you make. Beloved one, if you have been asking for a sign, let this be your sign. You are becoming less willing to live a life that contradicts your soul. You are beginning to desire truth more than approval. Peace more than attention. Meaning more than appearance. Authenticity more than acceptance. This transformation is sacred. Do not rush it. Do not compare it. Do not explain it to everyone. Protect what is growing within you. Beloved one, tonight, close your eyes and breathe slowly. Place your hand upon your heart and say, I am willing to recognize the signs that are already around me. I release the need for dramatic proof. I trust the quiet wisdom within me. I ask for clarity, and I am willing to receive it. I ask for guidance, and I am willing to follow the next step. I trust that what is aligned with my highest good will reveal itself through truth, peace, wisdom, and time. Then become still. Let the silence remain. You do not need to force an answer. Sometimes the answer will come tomorrow. Sometimes it will come through a conversation. Sometimes it will come through a door closing. Sometimes it will come through a sudden feeling of peace. Sometimes it will come through realizing that you already knew the answer and were simply afraid to accept it. Beloved one, you are not lost. You are learning to navigate by an inner compass. You are not abandoned. You are being taught to recognize divine presence even when circumstances are uncertain. You are not behind. Your journey is unfolding according to a rhythm that belongs to you. You are not forgotten. The very fact that your soul continues reaching for truth is evidence that the light within you is alive. Keep walking. Keep listening. Keep choosing what is true. The signs may not always appear as miracles. Sometimes the miracle is the courage to trust yourself. Sometimes it is the wisdom to walk away. Sometimes it is the strength to begin again. Sometimes it is the realization that you no longer need what you once thought you could not live without. Beloved one, the path is speaking to you. The question is not whether the divine is communicating. The question is whether you are becoming quiet enough to hear. Release the noise. Release the fear. Release the need to control every outcome. Look again. The signs are there. They are in the doors that open naturally, the doors that close without force, the people whose actions bring peace, the ideas that return, the opportunities that align with your values, and most importantly, the growing clarity within your own heart. Trust what you are learning. Trust what you are becoming. Trust the wisdom that has been forged through everything you have survived. I, Archangel Michael, remind you that you do not need to see the entire road to know that you are moving forward. One step is enough. One breath is enough. One courageous choice is enough. The next sign will come when you are ready to recognize it. Until then, do not fear the silence. The silence is not empty. It is where the next message is being formed. And when it arrives, beloved one, your soul will